Two, one. Well, welcome in to My Dogs Are Barking on MPW Digital, presented by Heath Riles Barbecue. And welcome to this edition of What Went Right, What Went Wrong, What Was Missing for Mississippi State against Georgia. And the Bulldogs, the Georgia Bulldogs, get the win 41-21. And a lot of good stuff to go over. Well, it depends on your definition of good, I guess. And I've been trying to film this. I had all kinds of technical difficulties at the stadium today. And then I thought, okay, well, you know what? I'll just film in the car driving home. We'll make this a on the way home episode. And Kirby Smart and the Georgia Bulldogs pulled in front of me on their way to Columbus to go hop back on the plane to get back to Athens. And right about that time, my phone overheated like halfway through the episode. And so I said, you know what? I'm just going to drive home and film once I get home. So finally, I'm here, and I'm glad to be able to get back and talk about what went right, what went wrong, what was missing for Mississippi State against Georgia. And honestly, look, State loses the game by 20. This was a blowout, and it really was not expected by State fans. And especially after such a big weekend and a big Friday night, a big Saturday, having Barstool there and SEC Nation and all these things, then all of a sudden State just comes up very flat. Now, the first drive is different. I mean, the first drive, there's a lot of momentum. Mario Taylor takes the ball in and scores. He had all three of Mississippi State's touchdowns. And after that was pretty much it for State's offense. And one of the things Jeff Lebby said in his press conference with us is very telling. He was mentioning people were asking about, okay, well, what's your your thoughts on the amount of people that were in Starkville and all those kind of things. And his quote says this: "I'm peed off and I'm ticked and no, hold on, what's his exact quote? I want to make sure I get this correct." Okay, there it is. "I'm pissed off and disappointed because our people showed up." And whenever Lebby said this, he literally, as he's listening to the question, he's shaking his head because he really did look very frustrated because he knows, man, they really did show up for this game and they really were here. It just did not end up going the way they wanted to. And there's a lot of things that you could say about this, but look, at the end of the day, let's just I know everyone wants the immediate response. Take a step back. Mississippi State went up against a top 5 team today in Georgia, a team that's going to the college football playoff. Mississippi State's in year 2 of a rebuild. They came close. They should have beaten some of those other teams. Then this game wouldn't really mean as much, but they didn't. State has 2 more games to kind of finish everything out. We'll talk about that next week, especially, who starts versus Missouri. I think there's a discussion there. But we got to get into what went right and what went wrong, what was missing. A lot of things went wrong and a lot of things were missing for Mississippi State. But I think there actually is one particular thing that went right for State that I think is going to lead even past this week. So excited to talk about that. And we have a lot of other great stuff to get to. But first, we want to let you know that this episode and also, before we even get to that, we have a huge giveaway coming the week of the Egg Bowl. And we're going to announce it next week. But it has to do with our presenting sponsor, Heath Riles Barbecue. So please stay tuned. It's the biggest giveaway that we have done so far this year. And I'm really excited about it for all those to enter in. So stay tuned this week because some good stuff is coming. But this episode, every episode is brought to you by our presenting sponsor, Heath Riles Barbecue. Heath Riles, man, he has you covered. His products are trusted by pit masters and regular backyard cooks alike. And man, if you're wanting bold flavor and winning results, he has you covered. It's home to award-winning rubs, sauces, seasonings, glazes, marinades, so many different things. And it's created by 2025 Memphis May Grand Champion, Heath Riles. You can get his products. I mean, you already know. If you go to a grocery store right by your house, it's probably in there, but we'll save you some money just for being a listener of the show. Go to HeathRilesBarbecue.com, enter promo code DAWGS10, DAWGS10 at checkout. Get 10% off, man. You can't beat that. Especially with Thanksgiving coming up, you're going to want to have something that wows the crowd. Like, with all due respect, your family deserves more than just some dry turkey. They deserve more than just some ham that you got from the store. Like, you need to bring it, man. Bring it this Thanksgiving, and Heath Riles can help you out with that. Also, new sponsor alert. Want to let you know about Malreg Performance Wear. Man, I guarantee you, that Malreg is going to be the most comfortable hoodie that you wear this winter. And here's the thing: Malreg is just their performance wear across the board. So if you're looking for a t-shirt, a golf polo, like professional looking polos, jackets, sweater vests. But for me, I'm a big hoodie guy. I love hoodies. Absolutely going to be the most comfortable hoodie that you have so far. And it's very affordable. I mean, there's some hoodies right now that are getting popular, but you go look at websites, it's like hundreds of bucks, $150 for a hoodie. No thanks, man. Malreg is such a steal. And look, just for being a listener to the show, we're going to save you 15%. So go to Melreg's website, Maelreg, and whenever you purchase something, go for promo codes, enter DAWGS10, DAWGS 10, or pardon me, 15, sorry, DAWGS 15, DAWGS 15 for 15% off. And again, I guarantee you, this is going to be the most comfortable hoodie that you wear this winter. I'm telling you, it's fantastic. I love Melreg stuff, and if it feels so nice. So make sure you do that, and let me know what you end up getting, because I feel so confident whatever you get, you're going to love. Melreg.com. Enter promo code DAWGS15. Also, we are presented by ENT Physicians in North Mississippi. As the largest ENT practice in the state of Mississippi, their goal is very simple: deliver fast, expert, and comprehensive care for patients of all ages with ENT, allergy, sinus, dizziness, balance, and voice-related needs, with same-day or next-day appointments with ENT urgent care for that annoying cough or sore throat, in-office CT scans, and same-day allergy testing, and access to their comprehensive audiology team, offering a full range of services from hearing aids to custom hearing protection to potential surgical options. ENT Physicians in North Mississippi are committed to removing barriers to care, and they now have new locations in New Albany and Starkville, in addition to Tupelo, Corinth, and more. Get more details at entnorthmississippi.com. And always thankful for our sponsors. We have a new sponsor tomorrow, or no, Monday, that we will talk about, and there's someone that'll kind of get you energized. That's all I'm going to say. There's someone that gets you energized. And I'll tell you what, if you're able to guess what type of sponsor we're introducing by Monday, email me at landon@mydogsarbarking.com. And the first person to do that correctly, I will send you something from our new sponsor. So we'll see who's listening very well. All right. So let's get into it. What went right for Mississippi State? I'm going to tell you something. I think what went right for Mississippi State outside of their first drive, I think that was kind of it in terms of the actual game. I think Mississippi State finally got to see what Kamario Taylor can do, and it might be Kamario Taylor and his team for the rest of the season. I think that went right. I mean, you think about it, being thrown into the fire. Last year, Michael Van Buren, as a true freshman, got thrown into the fire. His first start was on the road at Texas and played okay, but he's a true freshman. What are you going to do? Kamario Taylor, true freshman, top 5 team in Georgia. Let's be honest for a second. He had some of the balls he threw were remarkably inaccurate, but his athleticism is incredible. And I'm just going to tell you something. With this team's offensive line play, I think you have to roll with Kamario Taylor because of his athleticism. You just do. Like, he's going to make freshman mistakes, but you saw that 57-yard touchdown he threw. You saw where he evaded pressure and scrambled for 24 yards for a first down, and another one where he evaded pressure, ran for 18 yards in a first down, along with the 3 rushing touchdowns that he had in today's game. Like, I'm just telling you, like, this is a good thing. Like, I like Shapen, and I know Levy likes Shapen because he's an experienced guy. In the press conference today, he told us, like, man, Shapen wanted to go back in, but we just felt like we would just roll with Kamario. I think it's the right decision. I think what went right in this is we finally got to see Kamario Taylor. Some of the areas where he's not as strong with throwing the ball kind of low. It's like if you're playing NCAA and you ever get a quarterback that has like deep ball accuracy, his deep ball accuracy and power and all that stuff would be in the 90s, and his short-term accuracy would maybe be lower than that. But Kamario Taylor's wildly gifted, and finally you're able to see what you have. And I think to beat Missouri, I'm just telling you, I think you have to play Kamario Taylor from an athletic. If this offensive line was better, I don't think that's the case, but they're not. And at this point in the year, Missouri has got a pass rush that is not going to be fun for this Bulldog team. So I'm just telling you, like, it's not going to be good. So We want to make sure that's something that they have to take care of. I mean, looking at the numbers from today, Camario was 6 of 10 for 87 yards. Chapin was 10 of 15 for 86 yards. But Taylor had 53 rushing yards, 3 touchdowns. Again, he had 23-yard rush. And that, like, Booth and Bothwell have not gotten going over the last 2 weeks. I mean, the last 2 weeks, Booth had 5 yards last week. He had 38 yards today. Bothwell had 25 yards last week. He had 44 yards today. So they have both really struggled kind of finding their lane. Sorry, I had to fuss my dog. He's getting you always love when your dog is like ready to just lay down his life for you, but sometimes it's like, hey man, it's just the mailman. You know what I mean? Like, we're gonna be fine. Everything's good. Don't worry about it. But thank you. But you can't really say that because he's a dog. Anyway, let's talk about what went wrong for Mississippi State. What went wrong for Mississippi State in this game is State's offensive line did not give Chapin time to throw. And because of that, I mean, they were back in the chains big time. I mean, the sacks were so far back. Chapin tried for a second, okay, let me see if I can get out of it. And he would step back and boom, he was sacked. And the running game was non-existent again. And those two things just do not combine to be positives. And look, like Anthony Evans and Brennan Thompson, they both got open several times, like broke free and were running ready to go. If someone connects, I mean, we're talking 50, 60-yard gains. And Chapin could not get to him because he just simply did not have time due to the duress. And the defense eventually just got gas and kind of gave it. That's kind of the how the game kind of went. What went wrong for Mississippi State overall is it's the offensive line. It's just it's a problem. And there's 2 regular seasons games left. So like, this is, if you're going to fix it, this is the time. And I think if Albert Reese returns next week, which I think I would guess that he's going to, based on he made some progress this past week. He just did not end up going Saturday. But the offensive line is kind of the genesis of all their problems this week. And so that is an issue for the Bulldogs to kind of figure out going forward. And look, let's talk about what was missing. But before we do that, I'll tell you one thing. Speaking of missing, you do not want to be missing out. And you can make sure you have a deal, and you will not miss out with Kane Overstreet and Overstreet Properties there in Starkville. Do you want to own a little piece of Starkville? You want to be just a little ways down from Davis Wade, right across from the drill field there on campus? Check out 5 Point Condos or any other of Kane Overstreet's properties. And you can call Kane with any questions, text, email, but you can reach Kane at 662-769-7309, 662-769-7309. And all of Kane's properties, you can go online, you can kind of do a digital walkthrough, so you don't have to set up the exact meeting. But if you're kind of thinking about it, or maybe you're a parent that thinking about buying your kid a place to stay with their friends, let Kane be your first call and let him take care of you. Again, that's 662-769-7309, Kane Overstreet with Overstreet Properties. Let's talk about what was missing. What was missing for Mississippi State for me in this game, the running game would have really slowed the game down a little bit, and it was just completely gone. It was not anywhere to be seen. Outside of the first half, Bothwell had a 15-yard run. Booth had a 10-yard run, and that was it. I mean, after that, they both really struggled to get going, and it's a shame, man. Camario Taylor, for the second straight week, is your leading runner or your leading rusher, and he's the backup quarterback. That's a crazy stat. Your leading rusher is not even your starting quarterback, is your backup quarterback. The running game would have slowed this game down. And I'm just telling you, man, like, if State wants a chance next week, they've got to figure out how to fix what's here. And I'm interested to see, like, okay, well, how do you, with this transfer portal deal, how do you, if you're not a team like Georgia and Alabama that has these consistent starters, how do you fix it? Like, what do you do to fix this? I mean, I guess you're just going to have to get another overhaul in the portal and just pray it works out. But right now, man, like, people are making mistakes with false starts, and there's not a ton of holding penalties or anything, but like false starts, or the tackles are getting whooped. I mean, Chapin got drilled because the left tackle got just obliterated, and that's Georgia. Georgia does not have a great defensive line this year compared to the past couple years, But you know who does have a good offensive line or defensive line is Missouri. That's you understand what I'm saying? Like, that's my struggle. I really feel like State's got to figure out and shape, or not shaping, so pardon me. Lebby mentioned in the press conference, like, look, at one point we put 7 people back there to help protect and still could not protect the quarterback. So that leaves everybody else out on an island. And I don't know, man. They struggled with some of that. And it's like Booth and Bothwell are not the best blockers anyway. And when they were under pressure, the chop blocks happen, or they just end up getting ran through and could not stop anybody. So it was rough for this team. I think what was missing overall is a running game, though. It would have slowed things down. But what happened was they would get behind the chains or run for a yard, maybe misconnect, and now all of a sudden now it's 3rd and 9, it's 3rd and 10, or have a negative play in the first place, and now it's 3rd and 12, and you can't do that. Versus Jeff Lebby said it today, and he's right. Mississippi State's team is not good enough to overcome penalties like that. And there is something about in life knowing. I've heard a quote one time say that self-love is important, but self-awareness is even more important. And I think to some extent that's right. It's important to know exactly, okay, who am I in this situation? Let's don't get it twisted. But Mississippi State ends up falling to Georgia 41-21. Let me know from your perspective, what went right, what went wrong, what was missing for Mississippi State in today's game versus Georgia. Next week is Missouri, but hey, we'll be back with you guys on Monday and Thursday. A lot of crazy stuff going on in the SEC, guys. We're going down the main stretch, and I'm very excited to do it alongside with you. Thank you, as always, for listening.
All MPW digital podcasts are brought to you by our friends at Parish Brewing Company, located in the heart of Cajun country in Broussard, Louisiana. Parish Brewing Company's simple goal is to make awesome craft brewed beer, and they do it remarkably well. The doctor is introducing their new go-to IPA, Dr. Juice. It's a highly crushable juice bomb, dry hopped with a blend of their favorite hand-selected hops from the Yakima Valley in Washington. Dr. Juice's drinkability is sneaky good, considering it clocks in at 6% ABV. The pour glows a rich cantaloupe hue with a thick frosted haze, soft mouthfeel, an aroma and taste that's full of passion fruit, papaya, and blood orange, making it drink like a glass of freshly squeezed juice. They also have Ghost in the Machine. It's a double IPA brewed with obscene quantities of hand-selected Citra hops from Yakima Valley. Expect pungent grapefruit flavors and aromas, tropical fruit, less harsh bitterness than most IPAs. Again, it's Parish Brewing Company. Wherever you get your beer, check out Parish. Make sure that you look for them, because any beer that you get from Parish is going to be absolutely outstanding.